When it comes to hand planes, which ones do you need and which ones don't you need? That's a big question, especially for beginning woodworkers, whether or not they're going to invest a lot of money in a lot of planes right away, whether they really understand how to use a plane, how to sharpen one, the specific uses for different sizes and whatnot. And so this is something that you're going to have to decide for yourself, and maybe a video like this will be helpful for you as you make those decisions. But the first one that I want to get started on today is this one here. This is a low angle block plane, and this comes from Lie-Nielsen. It's made right here in the state of Maine, and it's a really great plane. As you can see, they are extremely well built, well constructed. They are very thought through, very robust. This thing is going to make it through just about anything that you can put it through. And I would say that when it comes to woodworking, whether you are thinking, I'm going to be a hand tool woodworker only, or whether you're thinking, I am going to be more of a hybrid woodworker and use planes as well as machines, then I would still say that this is a plane that you ought to invest in. Whether you buy something from a company like Lie-Nielsen or Veritas or one of those higher end companies, or whether you find one at a flea market, an Old Stanley or something like that, that you can tune up and make nice, it's going to pay off big time over time. One of the big uses of this specific plane would be chamfering edges. You're going to want to chamfer different boxes, the edges of your boxes, for instance. You're going to want to take this plane to the bottom of your feet on chairs, perhaps, or you're going to have legs on tables, and you're going to want to chamfer that. And if you're not going to use a router for everything and you'd like to have more of a tactile experience, you're really going to want to use a low angle block plane in order to perform that action of chamfering those edges. We take our nice plane just to these edges. And you really start to get a sense of how nice that is to be able to come in by hand, no loud router, and take that down. Another, for instance, is when you have a piece of wood that has come off the table saw, it's come off the jointer or the planer, or maybe you are a specific hand tool woodworker, and you're going to find that your edges are so clean, so crisp, that you need to run something over that. Now, you could choose to use sandpaper. I would choose not to use sandpaper, but to go ahead and to use this low angle plane in order to get these little kind of curlicues off of these corners. So you can just sort of break that edge with your plane. Again, it's a nice tactile experience. It's a lot funner than running sandpaper and bringing that dust into the air and then into your lungs. And you can get a really nice crisp corner by using block plane. But then the final thing that you can do with it is you can just go ahead and use it as a hand plane. You can go ahead and you can get the saw marks off if you are using a table saw, for instance. And you can bring this to the piece and you can go ahead and quickly remove burn marks. You simply cannot get as nice of a finish or as quick of a finish with a piece of sandpaper. So, of course, the question is, do you need this hand plane? And if you are a fine woodworker, if you are a hybrid woodworker and you really enjoy the use of hand planes like the ones behind me, then I would say this is definitely in your top couple of purchases. You're going to buy a block plane. I would buy a good one from a good company. I love being able to support Lie-Nielsen Tool Company, which is right here in Maine, and to be able to go down there and to use them and to play around with them a little bit before I buy them. And I think that it's important, if you're going to buy tools, in a lot of senses, it's going to be buy once, cry once, and you'll be happy for a long time once you make the investment. And to be considering the kinds of tools that you're going to buy, who you're going to be handing them down to, and how they're going to be used. in the course of your woodworking. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll continue to join me in this series as we continue to work through these hand planes that are behind me, especially that one up there that just looks fast standing still.